Did anyone notice my t-shirt?
We did know. Wait, okay, you think this is pre-watched. I have not pre-watched this. Wait.
First up, and happening this week, the new Arc Boss milestones will unlock, releasing Deluge Noah right here, and Giant Cordy. Yay!
So you actually gonna tease the shirt and then not tell me that you're selling the shirt? Are you kidding me?
Long ago, Deluge Noah, aka...
Did anybody notice the shirt? You can't have it, losers.
Ice Mommy, a light
Oh, God.
bringer society with...
She actually said Ice Mommy is nuts. Let's see what the Ion Solisium. I really like this gal. She always gives me good news.
Hi everyone, welcome to Ion Solisium. I'm
She's always in such a good mood.
Godspeed, publishing partner producer on Throne and Liberty. 여러분 안녕하세요. 저는 Throne and Liberty의 Godspeed입니다. I hope everyone...
She just spoke in Korean, right? Like, I'm not tripping balls.
is
Like
enjoying
I'm not like losing my mind. That was like she just spoke in Korean for like part of that.
the Wilds of Talandre expansion, just like I am.
She's never done that before.
I've been playing daily since the release, and I feel that my character is a bit stronger each day, which is super satisfying.
Bro, watching Tico flame her ass for being like 2,600 gear score or something, like 2,500 gear score on like, I forget what weapon, she's like Great Sword Wand or some shit. Like, it was crazy, bro. It was pretty funny watching the banter.
I also love theory crafting on what armor set I want to chase. Not gonna lie, there's a set called the Fear Prophet, I believe. I love its fur coat and the overall appearance so much.
I don't know why I expected. I'm like, I don't really know why you would necessarily want to go for that armor. And then I realized it looks good. That's fair. And to be clear, I always found it funny how people were like, women are offended that men like super hot women in video games. I'm like, no, sweetie pumpkin. Women like hot women in video games, okay? It's all about fashion and making their character look as attractive as possible. That's how it is, okay? Women love hot women in video games. It's the truth, okay? Nobody wants to play an ugly character in a video game. Not me. Not an ugly girl and not an attractive girl, okay? An attractive girl does not want to play an ugly character. Why does she want to do that? And an ugly girl, well, shit, she already ugly in real life. Why the fuck we want to be ugly in the game too? That's stupid. Same thing that I did. I don't want to play an ugly guy. My character is a better looking version, more in shape version of me. What are we talking about? I don't need to be any more ugly in the game. I don't need to feel represented. I want to feel horny. Anyway.
I might just try to get all pieces. The castle siege that just...
But like my point, well, my point is, I thought it was funny that like everybody else, all the guys, when they're playing Throne of Liberty, are finding the armor set and they look at their builds and shit. And they're looking for like the min-max, like, okay, what's going to give me the most endurance? What's going to give me the most evasion? Blah, blah, blah. Right? She's like, no, this one looks the best. It's exactly how women love to play video games. It's crazy.
What happened this past weekend was the first siege since server consolidation. And it was one to watch. Many guilds competitively...
We did watch, and then were immediately banned for it. Fuck me.
Participating in war games are now on the same servers. Drama! Either fight...
Yeah, the drama was blue... Holy shit, is that a dick? I'm just kidding. The drama was Blue Squadron getting banned for watching VOD reviews at a Throne of Liberty guild.
Fighting along each other or...
Holy shit!
Straight up against one another. And congratulations to the castle owners of the new servers. The next castle siege will take place on April 6th. If you're watching this and still not sure if you should try TL or not, well, I think you know what I'm going to say. Now is time. Oftentimes I see a post on Reddit asking if it's worth coming back to the game now, including the next castle siege will take place. If you're watching this and still not sure if you...
Yo, I was about to say, how do I get this shirt, bro? Yo, what do I gotta do to get that shirt? I don't have any Throne and Liberty like shirts or apparel. It's ridiculous. They need to sponsor me.
Should try TL or not?
The new Arc boss looks sick.
Well, I think you know what I'm going to say. Now is time. Oftentimes I see a post.
I do think that now is a great time to start Throne and Liberty, and I'm not even being paid to say that. Like, kind of, you guys are paying me, but like, by them, they're not paying me to say that. It is a great time to try TNL because I actually think that the PvP scene, and you guys, honestly, I'm curious what people think in the YouTube comments or in the chat right now. I actually think that the PvP scene is way healthier this time around. Personally, I think the PvP scene seems way, way healthier than it was when the game first came out. Because when the game first came out, there were people that like, dude, like Ethereum, for example, knew the game better than everyone else, and they just dumpstered everyone. And the only real thing the server was about was running away from Ethereum. Everyone was just trying to avoid Ethereum. We're all just running from the top guild. Everybody's just running from the top guilds. It was miserable. Now I think there's a lot more guilds that are willing to kind of go toe to toe and like fight each other, and I think that the power level is a lot closer. And so I think the understanding of the game is a lot closer, and it's kind of made a much more entertaining like start to the PvP scene for T2 in my opinion.
Posts on Reddit asking if it's worth coming back to the game now or if it's too late to start for the first time. The question you have will only be truly answered when you try it, right?
I think they need to hand out more of those codes. I think they need more of those T2 codes. Those T2 like level 9 gear codes are like coded. They need to keep handing out those codes to people. Any new player. In fact, they should just hand those to new players. They should hand it all to new players, to be honest.
Also, we have the...
Never mind. No. Keep it as codes and give it to the streamers so that we can hand it out. What is this? What is a Plateau Watcher?
Welcome to Talandri giveaway promotion going on right now. Many Throne and Liberty streamers on Twitch are giving away codes, which grant rare tier 2 weapons, armor, accessory. Yeah. So go watch.
That was a amazing decision. Most devs would have just handed it away in game or just handed the code out and then everybody gets to redeem it once. Having the content creators give away the codes and giving each content creator like 500 to 1,000 codes. So good. So good. Thank you so much, AGS, for that. That was so good. I got to promote like every single content creator in the category with my codes. When I did my giveaways, I basically forced people to follow all these other content creators to try to do the giveaways. It was awesome. It was super sick. And so like a lot of content creators got a massive amount of discovery off of it. It encouraged engagement. People engage with the game more. When they come in and they chat in a Twitch chat, they're much more likely to stick with the game long term than somebody that maybe isn't encouraged to do that, right? So, and it was fun, yeah.
Ask questions and be part of the community. It's been great seeing all of the players enjoying the wilds of Talandri so far. There has been a lot of content that has released weekly, but we still have quite a bit coming. And that's what I want to really talk to you about today. Did anyone notice my t-shirt?
We did know. Wait, okay, you think this is pre-watched. I have not pre-watched this. Wait.
First up, and happening this week, the new Arc Boss milestones will unlock, releasing Deluge Noah right here, and Giant Cordy. Yay!
So you actually gonna tease the shirt and then not tell me that you're selling the shirt? Are you kidding me?
Long ago, Deluge Noah, aka...
Did anybody notice the shirt? You can't have it, losers.
Ice Mommy, a light...
Oh, God.
Bringer Society wizard.
She actually said Ice Mommy is nuts.
Harnessed the Quietus' heart to stop the Shadowmancers invading Einar Temple. However, using this forbidden power sent her into a frenzied state.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And she was transformed into a monstrous being. She has been encased in frozen armor and wields a colossal ice spear.
Colossal, but yes. I read through this on my...
And we'll post...
That angle's crazy. I read through this on my patch note rundown. I also went through each of the weapons and what they do and what their unique effects are.
A challenging threat. A tiny poisonous mushroom spore landed on a fragment...
Yeah, I get it, guys. Like, how many of you would? Like, honestly.
...of Silavet's star, absorbing ritual energy and mana...
Don't answer that.
...before transferring its consciousness to another spore. This spore infected a chipmitrin seed on mountain snowbird, taking control of its host and absorbing ambient mana to grow.
Pass? I don't know, man. He's got a lot of roots and stuff that would make it work. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. If any of you say wood to this, you're actually you need help.
Tremendously strong.
Grenton probably would.
The resulting creature, known as the Giant Cordy, has been linked to numerous disappearances in the Snowborn district. The first battle for Deluge Noah will take place on March 29th, and the first battle for Giant Cordy will be on April 2nd. So be sure to get geared up now. And let's see if I can get Giant Cordy's Warblade of Creeping Doom. NA first, maybe?
I knew it. She was NA first, baby. You know, she's not. If she is NA first, everyone is going to be super upset. She's going to get mass reported. Rigged. 100% rigged.
Aside from intense battles against terrifying foes, the Star Bloom Festival will arrive so that we can celebrate spring together. The Star Bloom Festival began over a century ago when divided magic users gathered to foster understanding through transformation magic. It has evolved into today's grand sporting event where participants compete for glory while honoring the celebration's origins of harmony and unity. Participate in morph races, Wild Dash for terrestrial animals competing in speed, endurance, agility, and strategy, Rapid Rush for aquatic animals overcoming natural and artificial obstacles in lakes and rivers, and the Skyborn Challenge.
Wait, this actually looks like a lot of fun. Is this fun? I didn't actually do the event at all. Man, I didn't try any of this.
For airborne creatures soaring through magically conjured aerials with skill and creativity.
It's all right, to be honest. You look good. I'll be honest with you. I think that their events in this game are very good. Much stronger than BDO's events. Dude, BDO's events are the same, like 9 events that they reduce, reuse, recycle every year. It's frustrating. They have like maybe one new event a year, and we're all like, "Oh my god, that's amazing." Do you guys remember the snow event, like the Christmas event for TNL? Okay, that event was cinema. Okay, but also it was terrible. It was amazing and terrible at the same time. It was really good, and it was actually a fun mode. It actually required skill. It was really cute, right? But it wasn't good in that it required you to be omega giga like competitive all the time, because you had to get like 10 wins or whatever, or 7 wins in a week. I had to play like 23 matches, all 3 weeks. 23 matches every week, all 3 weeks, because team just had no idea what the hell they're doing. I was so mad. Yeah, exactly. They made it way too competitive. So they took a really fun event with like a really good idea, and they made it way too competitive. Hopefully this one is not competitive like that one. Is this like if they had just made it like play 7 games or play 10 games, like win 3 or play 7. You know what I mean? Or win 5 or play 10. You know what I mean? Like that would have been fine. But like, nah, bro, just making it win 7 was really, really rough. Like, is this a win 7 games kind of deals, or is this like a for fun game with like good rewards? This one's more fun? Okay, good.
And if you participate in the event, you will earn Starbloom coins to exchange for rewards, including a Rainbow Morph. We've also got an exclusive
7 wins a week is too competitive. I feel like it's fine and could be even more. Oh, buddy. Wait, where did that? There it is. So if you actually want to get rewards, you have to play a bit. Homie, did you not just hear what I told you? It said win 7 times. Do you know how many games I had to play to win 7 times the first week? 23. Do you know how many times I had to play the second week? 21. Do you know how many times I had to play the third week? 23 again. Okay, skill issue. you, man. At a certain point, I was wondering if the common denominator was me, but my stats were the best in every single game on both teams. It just didn't matter. At the end of the day, I think that what part of the issue was I was streaming all of my games, and I think that people were intentionally tanking my games. It was pretty obvious that sometimes they were just intentionally tanking the game and just cooking me. Now, that being said, it's still way too much. You need to understand, I spent probably 4 hours. To win 7 times, I had to play for like 4 hours. That's way too much. It's an event. What are we talking about? Way too much time. Like, an event is supposed to be a for fun thing that you do on the side, and when you want to play more of it, sure, you can reward a little bit more, but like, people shouldn't have to feel that they have to do 4 hours of content and be really competitive, because it also promotes toxicity, by the way, too. Massive toxicity. You have no idea. I got threatened more in those game modes. Actually, not really me. Other people got threatened more in those game modes than I saw in the actual game itself. And I would say, with the exception of some of the dungeons, some people in the dungeons are literally crazy. Like, literally unhinged insane. I have a nugget. I have a nugget for you guys. Okay, so I'm like, get in the circle. Got to do the mechanic right. If you don't do it right, I can't heal you. When this purple circle appears, the correct number of players have to stand in it. After the circle fades, you all stand it. So I'm explaining the mechanic. I literally just explained the mechanic. The other guy's helping me explain the mechanic. Right? And this is pretty common. If you've done tier 3 dungeons, you have to do stuff like this. Right? Here we go. We didn't do the mech right again. You gotta, it's gotta be the right amount of people. Tiny, can you please reset for sake? Keep in mind, this Tiny Unleashed guy is somebody I know from the BDO community. I've been playing with this guy forever. Okay, or like, I played with this guy many times. Super toxic guy. Anyway, this guy is intentionally, guys, all 5 party members would wipe, and then Tiny, who's the tank and doesn't know the mechanics. He doesn't know the mechanics at all, by the way. He literally is just standing on the boss, and he can't die because he's got a lot of gear. And he would just sit there and just turbo tank the boss and then make us all wait an extra 5 minutes after each wipe. It was so cancer. It was so cancer. But like, I finally say something after like the 5th time. I thought like the 5th time, like, yo, can we please reset for like, I don't know if this dungeon is doable with randoms and no comms. Pass lead real quick. And then he said, it can be done. You're just being a slow ass healer. Please don't make a guide when you play like this. Jesus, you were bad enough in BDO. We don't need you here. You're also a drama queen. Out of nowhere, by the way. Out of nowhere. By the way. Like, this guy is a freak. Like, this guy literally, like, he hadn't said a word the whole time. He was just intentionally griefing the dungeon and then said that. He was literally intentionally griefing each of the runs to make sure that, like we were spending as much time on each run as possible. And then the moment that I said something, he lit me up, bro. Like, he was ready, bro. Literally insane. And then I had another guy that on a different run go, dude, every other healer I've had has just been able to tank through this. It's just a healer diff, to be honest. Or just a shit healer. I'm like, dude, it's that mechanic where you all have to stand in the circle, and if the people don't stand in the circle, everybody just dies. Like, bro, what? Like, dude, look, I can understand if I'm a 5k healer and everybody else is a 5k player in the lobby, or everybody's got like 4.5, 5k gear score in the lobby. Sure, yeah, I could heal everybody. Yeah, because everybody's not going to immediately die, right? But the truth of the matter is, who really queues up for tier 3 dungeons, guys? You know it, I know it, we all know it. There's 2 or 3 people in the lobby that probably shouldn't be there. You know what I mean? With the randoms, like they're like 3.5k, like scraping it. They're barely managing. You use one swift healing on them, they go to like straight to full health. You know what I mean? Like, dude, I can't save those people. Like, what are we talking about? Like we're 100% going to wipe if we do the mechanic right. We'll get it done eventually. It'll be fine. But like, I can't heal these people. They're a healing debuff on them, and it does like thousands of damage a second. Like, there's just no way. If everybody's 4.5k and above, yeah, I can heal right through it. We don't have to worry about doing the mechanic because you guys won't just immediately die. But like, everyone is gonna die. Anyway, dude, I should have recorded them all. It was literally insane watching people do it. Wait, I do? Well, it's okay to queue up for like the 3. If you're a 3, I didn't mean to throw shade at the people that are doing like the dungeons at like 3.5k. But like, you have to be understanding that some people are going to be doing the dungeons with lower gear score, and like, no, you're gonna have to do the mechanic if you have lower gear score. If you have a party full of 4.5k plusers, you're pumping that boss. It doesn't matter, do the mechanic or not, you're gonna pump that boss, right? It's just the truth, right? But like, if you like, the inevitability is that not everyone's gonna be able to do that, and so like, you're gonna wipe a few times if you don't know how to do the mechanics, so you have to explain it. And I felt like I was being reasonable. You guys saw. That's why I kept it, is because people like Tiny, he tries to like clip you out of context and be like really weird about shit. So I clipped the whole conversation and everything. I even whispered him a couple times and just to piss him off. And I whispered him a couple times just to run him down a little bit. Anyway, I was just explaining the mechanic to people, because you have to do that sometimes. You just have to explain the mechanic, and then once the 3,500 gear score player knows the mechanic, they can actually be useful, you know what I mean? Like,
cooking recipe, Blossom Mochi, that increases weapon mastery EXP bonus.
Fuck! There's food for weapon mastery EXP bonus? And I wasted 140,000 open world tokens. Dude. And books? I did the books. The books I did every time. The books I was using all the time. I did not know that there were food for it. Golden apple pies. God damn it.
Sweet. We all need this. Besides the rewards, the shop will also be updated with spring-themed cosmetics, including the Blossom outfit that everyone is waiting for, and alluring weapon skin. That everyone is waiting for, and alluring weapon.
Male or female? Because from this angle, that's a femboy. 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Skin.
Who cares? I'm just... Some of us, but I suppose not you.
That's all I have to share today. If you enjoyed this episode, please be sure to like and subscribe. And follow along on our social media channels if you're still looking for a welcome pack code. And as always, I'll leave you with a community question to answer in the comments. With the new weapon mastery and artifact systems, are you considering trying out different weapon combinations?
No, because it's still too hard. Look, I have got the weapon mastery is, dude, once I started, let me open TNL. Let me show you guys. I did 140,000 open world tokens, okay? On top of, you know, all of the mastery I had from the first time that I played the game. And I think I got to like level 80 mastery on one weapon, 77 or something, and then the other one, the bow, I started up from scratch. That one's only like 60 something. What the f are we talking about? Hell no, I can't reroll. The hell, man, I can't even get enough mastery to begin with. The only way that I can figure out how to get enough mastery weapon on my different weapons is if I go get this crazy thing called an obsidian weapon. You guys know about this obsidian weapon shit? The obsidian weapon is like OP for mastery. We'll talk about that in a second. There's a mastery reroll coupon. Yeah, but like I'm rerolling like 30 levels worth of EXP. That's like nothing.
If so, what is it and why? I'm excited to hear what you have to say so I can find something that will help me outplay my guild members. And I'll see you in Solisium. Until next time, bye everyone. 시청해주셔서 감사합니다. 다음에 또 봬요. Bye.
Why did I prefer the Korean outro? Bro, I watched that Wuthering Waves trailer. I think it did something to me earlier. Less cringe. It was not less cringe. Here's the video right here. Again, I encourage you guys to go interact with the video. I'm interested, like why does this have a ratio on it? The rollbacks to movement are so omnipresent, they're even in the showcase. Okay, so I'm gonna say it, targeting is still okay. You know what I realized while I was banned? I tested out the targeting is still out of its mind. Out of its mind. I press tab and it just targets a random thing on the screen instead of what's closest to me. Like, dude. Like, if I press tab, well, I can't do it right now because these aren't technically enemies. But if I press tab, it might lock onto AI ping, or it might lock onto aphrodisiac, or Black Bulma, classy, sleepy bloom. It's just gonna do some random person. I don't understand why it can't just be the closest person to you and then going outwards. Like, then I would know how many times I have to hit tab to get to the target that I need. Like, relatively, you know what I mean? Gear check. Here, I'll show you guys my gear check. You guys can see, by the way, I haven't... my open world dungeon tokens are at 0. To prove that up until like 2... By the way, I got the Ursa thing and the Amatoi for doing the dungeons. Anyway... The contracts, I am... Well, now I have technically 30. Because, again, reset basically just happened or whatever. So, like now I have 30, but they were at 0. Or completely 0. Now, both of these were at completely 0. And this was at 0. So, tonight I'll have to run through a few of these. I probably won't do these tonight. I'll probably do these tonight. I'll probably do my contracts tonight because I can't let those stack up on me. But, like, yeah, no, I've been keeping up with it. My gear is at 4,400 now. So we're doing pretty well overall. I have not put on any T2 gear whatsoever, although I did start... I got my Auric Vanguard's bear boot. That just dropped. I was like, oh shit, okay, sweet. So I just kind of started throwing armor stones into it because I know that that's one of my end-game pieces that I'm going to need. But I have not collected my T2 pieces yet, nor have I started really throwing stuff into them yet. This is all T1 stuff. But we're at 4,400. We're doing okay. We have not done Nebula yet. And I'm missing my art. As far as artifacts go, I'm trying to do the full Greed Seeker because I feel like that is the best for healer upon inspection, but I don't have a Greed Seeker bottom left one, and I don't... These apparently you have to get at Nebula. So I don't... Oh, wait. Never mind. Oh, well, okay, there you go. And just like that, we're 4,500. There it is. And just like that, we're 4,500. Didn't even know I got those. Well, regardless. But yeah, we're 4513 now or so. And we're cooking. We're getting there.